Hey everyone, I'm Mari Inoue and we've got Ali Davida here. We are Mind Body Vault and welcome back to our Journey Through Compulsories series. We're doing some fitness and yoga for everyone inspired by equestrian vaulting fundamentals. So this week we're working on the flag exercise. And so come join us today. We're gonna get right into it, okay? So we're gonna start off with the warm up, all right? So we're gonna bring our arms up for our angel to knee drives, okay? Angel to knee drives. So we're going to do angel, knee drive up. So our upper body is doing our angels, and then our lower body is doing our knee drives up, okay? So this flag exercise we're focusing on this week, we're really focusing on our core strength, our coordination, and our bilateral training. So upper body, lower body, working at the same time, both sides, hitting that coordination with our bodies. Good job. Driving through, really opening up that chest. In 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Now we're gonna come the bottom of that mat here. We're gonna reach up with those arms and we're gonna hit our walkouts. Hinging at those hips, walking up to a nice strong plank, then walking those hands back up, reaching those arms back up, okay? So walking out into that nice strong plank. We're firing up that core, okay? And we're really warming up that full body in preparation for our flag exercises today. Okay, so we're gonna be doing that fitness portion with me first, and then we're gonna hit that yoga portion with Ali to finish us off today. Good job. And last one here. Walking out, belly button drawn up to your spine, and reach up. Good. Finally, we're gonna do our knee drives on each side, okay? So, bending one leg forward in a nice low lunge here. We're gonna reach our arms up, and then we're just gonna drive our knees. One knee at a time, okay? One side. Just hitting one side, knee to elbow, draw it in the middle. Good. Breathing through. Don't forget to breathe, guys. Good. In 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're gonna hit the other side now. So other side that you didn't do, slightly bending that front leg. All right, and let's hit it. Driving through. Good. Use that breath to help you move through. Come on. And drive it. Drive that knee all the way up. Come on, nice range of motion. Good. In 3, 2, and 1. Whoo! Shake it out. All right, guys. You guys warmed up? Now you good? Nice.
Yeah, really good.
Awesome. All right, guys. So we're going to be doing 3 groups of 2 movements in each group, okay? And then we're going to repeat each group twice through. I will move you through this, don't worry, and we're going to be providing modifications through the workout portion today, okay? So our first movement is going to be doing our lateral knee drives, and then we're going to pause on each end, okay? So left and right, pausing that leg up, okay? So move with me. I will show you modifications as we go, okay? Ready? Set, and let's go. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count 5 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to pause with each leg on each side up. Good. Okay. This is too difficult for you. You could just step, no jumping. Step, drive those knees up, and just step it out. All right. If you like more of a challenge, jump it out. Okay. Drive those knees up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Get an extra challenge. Go a little faster with that speed. Good. And time. Good. All right. Shake it out. We're heading over to our single leg squats. Okay. So pick a side, any side. Nice, strong down leg. Okay, I like to put my hand on my hip just for balance, all right? Then we're gonna squat down, trying to reach for that ground with that hand, okay? Squat down, slightly bend that back knee, all right? standing knee right over those toes, guys. Right over those toes, okay? You can always put a prop, a bucket, a chair, however high you need to help assist you and give you some feedback to touching that prop, so you don't need to go as low to the ground, okay? So that's the modification there. Good. And 3, 2, and 1. Good, we're hitting just that one side. Okay, we're hitting that round one more time. We'll hit the other leg this next round. All right, shake it out, shake it out. Okay, we're back to those lateral knee drives, all right? Whew, catch your breath. Ready, set, and let's hit it. So knee drive, up, pause, okay? So nice speed, movement, and then you're just gonna hold it in that isometric hold here. Good, knee drive up. Awesome work. Good. Really knee drive up. Try to go a little faster this time if you can. Or if you're stepping it out, really hold and balance at the top, okay? The trick is we're really, really challenging our body in the speed and then holding at the end. Good, in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, all right, so whatever leg you didn't do last time, let's hit that single leg squat on the other side, okay? So hand on hip, all right? And then I like to just put my weight on that standing leg to prepare to descend down, all right? So then you're just gonna come down, drive those hips up to stand. All right, knee falling right over those toes. Okay, really be mindful of that knee. Very easy for it to fall in or out. Okay, good form, guys. Nice flat back. Good, woo. This really challenges your balance here. Nice focus. Again, go ahead and grab a prop if you need to, okay? If this is too hard to come all the way down to the ground, no problem. Start off with a prop that you can touch and bring back for that modification, okay? Good job, guys. Breathe through. In 3, 2, and 1. Okay, shake it out, great. Our first block is done, okay? Done, done, done. All right, so now we're gonna be headed down to the ground for our next 2 exercises, okay? So we're gonna be doing our bear plank knee taps, okay? So we're gonna be coming down into a box position, all right? We're gonna be lifting our knees off the ground, hovering over the ground about an inch or 2, okay? And then we're just going to knee tap it out. Opposite arm, opposite knee. Let's go. Come with me here. Got 30 seconds on the clock, guys. Let's make every second count. We just got 2 rounds of this. You can do it. Good. Of course, modification. You can just stay here in that box position, hovering those knees up off the ground, okay? Tightening that core and lifting up those knees, okay? You just stay here, or you can just tap it out here. No problem, okay? Keep those hands underneath those shoulders for support, and try to keep a nice still back, right? Nice still back, so we're not twisting as we touch each knee, all right? Try to keep a nice still midsection here. Good. Breathing through in 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, now we're on to our bird dogs. A flag exercise isn't working on flag if we're not hitting that bird dog, right? So we're actually doing the flag movement in this exercise, okay? So we're gonna come down into that nice solid box position, always, right? Knees underneath those hips, hands underneath those shoulders, okay? And then we're gonna extend opposite arm, opposite leg, knee to elbow, and then extend out before coming back down. Alternating sides as we go. Let's hit it, guys. So extend out, knee to elbow, and down, okay? Other side, knee to elbow, extend out, all right? Modification here. You don't need to drive that knee to elbow in the middle. You can just extend out as far as you can go, because that does challenge your balance, just as you extend out here, okay? We're adding that little extra core work here, bringing that elbow and knee into the center, meeting each other. Good. Really try to extend out each side, your fingertips and your toes, each direction. Good. In 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. All right, shake it out. Couple deep breaths here. Now we're back to our bear plank knee taps, okay? One last time of these guys, okay? So hands underneath those shoulders, knees underneath those hips, ready, and raise up off the mat. Those knees hovering right above the ground, guys. This is a really good challenging exercise here because it challenges your core strength, your balance, obviously your coordination, right? You're moving multiple things at once and you're trying to keep all along, trying to keep a nice still flat back, all right? The flag exercise requires just that. Many limbs moving and engage and firing up at the same time, all while having a nice still upper body here. Good. In 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Okay. Now we've got our bird dogs to finish off this block here, our second block. All right. Take a deep breath. Shake out those arms if you need to. You're gonna grab a sip of water throughout this whole workout and anytime you need one. All right, guys, let's get our bird dogs. Opposite arm, opposite leg, extending out, knee to elbow. Okay. Same thing here, guys. We're having a nice, still, flat back, okay? We're not wiggling in our midsection, you know, while we extend our limbs out, all right? So we're having a nice, still midsection here as we move and extend our limbs out. Good. I'm gonna check in with your breathing, guys. Breathe through. Good. Couple more here. And last one. Awesome job. Woo! That's our second block. We've got one more block. All right, one last block. I promise, of 2 movements, 2 times through. All right, so we've got our bear kickouts and a reverse curl to finish us off. All right, so our bear kickouts are similar to our bear knee taps that we just did. You're gonna be starting in that same starting position, okay? Hovering those knees up before we come through with that leg extending out, okay? And then we're gonna come back and extend through that leg to the other side, all right? So that's our bear kickouts. Come with me. Ready, set, and go. Hover those knees up, kicking out, extending that leg up, bringing that arm up by your chest, okay, for balance, all right? If you need an extra challenge, you can lift your leg up off the ground, okay? Or you can keep that foot down onto the ground, all right? Modification, you can keep those knees on the ground, okay? All right, to keep that knee on the ground in the middle, okay? You don't need to hover the whole time, right? So bringing those knees down to the ground, okay, before you extend out. All right, guys, almost done here. In 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right, last movement here. We've got a reverse curl. So laying down on your back on the mat. Okay, then we're gonna be driving those knees up to 90 degrees, okay? Then we're gonna just be driving our knees up towards our midsection and our chest here, all right? Lifting up that bottom off of that mat. Ready? Let's go. Good. Crunching in. Really squeezing in, rotating that pelvis, scooping like an ice cream scoop with that pelvis, rotating it under so we're not arching that lower back off of the ground. All right, good job. Almost there. Come on, crunching in. Almost there, guys. In 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, coming up into our tabletop position. Okay, last time of these kickouts, all right? Again, modified version, keep those knees on the ground, don't hover them in the middle, all right? Okay, ready, set, let's hit it, okay? So kick out on each side, alternating sides. So really extend that leg. Again, for an extra challenge, lift that leg off the ground. So never touching that leg on the ground. Good, guys. This is hitting our obliques to our sides, right? We want to hit that 360 core midsection. It's that whole front, back, side section. Okay, good. Almost there. Breathe through. Come on, push through. You got this. Let's go. In 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. All right. Coming down for our final movement here, guys.
Feeling good?
Yes. Like it. Like the enthusiasm, Allie. Let's hit it. Last one. Reverse curls up. And let's hit it. Good. Driving those knees in. Good. Come on. Let's push through it, guys. If you're not feeling fatigue, you're not feeling the burn, if this isn't challenging you, you're not getting any stronger, guys. Come on. You gotta push through these. You got this. Really lift those hips up as high as you can, driving those knees in at the top. Come on. Almost there. Come on, finish strong. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Give yourself a round of applause. You guys are done with the fitness portion for our flag exercises. I'm going to be doing a virtual handoff to the lovely Miss Allie. She will be leading us through our yoga portion.
Awesome, thanks Mari, that was great. So guys, make sure that you get a drink of water, and we're gonna take it back to the mat and we're gonna come into a child's pose. So definitely grab that water. Hopefully that made you sweat. I know I'm sweating, Mari. Feeling good? So we're gonna come into a child's pose here, coming down, and we're gonna bring our knees nice and wide, toes together, and then just drop those hips back. If you haven't done a child's pose before, you can have your arms extended out in front, or if you prefer, they can be by your side. So we're just gonna take this moment to kind of start to rock side to side, catch our breath, and get into the hips. So for the flag, and these exercises are designed not just for vaulters, right? They're for everyone really, especially for equestrians. We're just inspired by these compulsory essentials. So for flag, what we're going to work on in terms of the yoga is really opening up through our shoulders and our hips, especially the front of the hips and that top of the shoulder, as you'll see. So we're going to take this now, just from your child's pose, bring your knees together and just sit back. Once again, hips back. And then you're going to take your hands and kind of tent the fingers, so just the tips of the fingers are touching the mat. And then we're going to drop it over to the right. So kind of walk both hands over to the right side, starting to open up, especially for the outer left shoulder. So really focusing on that mobility through the shoulders here. You can drop your head down. And just really not rushing through this. It's kind of the benefit. We're going to take 2 more breaths, opening up through that outer left shoulder, still dropping into the right shoulder as well. 1 more full breath. And exhale. And then go ahead and walk it on over to the left. So really, almost if you're on a yoga mat, you're walking all the way off that mat with your hands, really getting a good opening to the outer right. And so just like 4 or 5 long breaths, really slowing it down. And with every breath, you're really extending through that outer side body. Every exhale, kind of softening down into it. In order to open up, we really kind of have to spend some time, and especially now that we're all nice and warm from that awesome workout, we can really start to get into it and make a difference. All right, coming to the center, and now from here, lift your hips up off of your feet. And you don't need to come all the way to stack the hips, maybe about halfway with the hips lifted, and then crawl those hands out in front. You can plant the palms, and from here, you're opening through the chest. This is called puppy dog pose. It might be more comfortable to bring those knees a little wider. And again, you're just dipping into the chest. So if you picture you've got both arms extended, you're kind of wrapping the triceps so the outer arms are hugging in for a moment, and then drop the head down. So for a flag, you really need to have that engagement of the arm, right? But you're still opening through the chest. And then from here, we're just gonna float it forward and onto our belly. We're gonna lift open into a cobra pose, and we're gonna lift the legs. So that's opening through the hip flexors. And then we're gonna float it back into that puppy dog pose, okay? We're gonna do that 4 more times. Feel free to go at your own pace. But when you're here in your puppy dog pose, take 1 full breath, really open through the chest, and then you float through so it comes to hands and knees, plank, lowering down, and then from there, lifting through the legs, opening through those hip flexors. So sort of like a flag flow is what we're doing here. And then drop it back. We'll go 3 more times. Open through the shoulders, and maybe as you start to get more warm, you can rock it left and right and really start to stretch open across the chest. You come forward nice and strong, lower, and then as you inhale, really lifting. So the hips are down, but the legs are lifted, warming up, getting into those hip flexors. Drop it back, open through the chest. This time, if you want to add more in the puppy dog, you can actually bend into the elbows, bringing the palms to the back of your neck, getting specifically into the tricep here, floating it back forward, hands and knees, lowering to your belly. Big inhale to lift. Option to now add both arms lifting, and then we'll just take our final time here in our flow. So the fullest, juiciest version of this puppy dog pose. Really stretch and linger, opening through the chest. It should feel really good at this point because we've been here so many times. Good, and then coming forward, drop it down to your belly, and then from here, we're all lifting up Superman, Superwoman. And for you vaulters, I want you to think about what would your shoulders be doing. So we're gonna all have palms facing down towards the floor, and then lengthen the back of your neck. We're gonna go ahead and drop the right hand and the left leg, and then keep lifting the limbs that are lifting. So left arm and right leg. So sort of like a flag on your belly. So we're getting that mobility through the right hip. Now try to peel the left shoulder closer to the mat, and then you're gonna lift 3, 2, 1, and switch. So first of all, just holding opposite arm. So now we've got that right arm, left hip. And so really feeling that left hip on the mat, and then thinking of working, drop your chest and lower that right armpit a little closer to the mat, and then lift for 3, 2, 1. One more time each side. So switching sides, hold for 5, and then we'll lift for 3. And really think of wrapping that armpit, especially now with the left arm lifted, wrap that left armpit to the floor, and then lift for 3, 2, 1. Switch sides, holding. A lot of us are going to have a tendency to lift that whole right side, but we don't want that in flat. We want that shoulder down. And then when you lift, you're using the proper muscles, getting that mobility. Lift for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Everyone come here, and we're just going to take our right hand across the mat with our left hand over, and then just, you can rest your head for a second. Just resting it for a moment, bending the knees, and let them windshield wiper side to side. Getting into the hip sockets, kind of softening there. Good, and then this one's great for people with really tight shoulders. You're gonna take those arms and you're gonna start to crawl them away from each other. And then drop the head. And if you're tense in the upper back, you'll really feel this. Let your head go side to side. And then take a full breath into your belly. Soften your glutes. Breathing in and breathing out. And then switch sides. So I'll go at a little bit of an angle so you can see my arms. You're gonna take the right arm on top, and then you've got those arms right underneath your chest. And for some of us, we're gonna be here. For some of you, you might crawl your arms very far apart, almost smashing yourself to the floor, and softening that head to really feel that opening in the outer arm. And find breath here. 2 more breaths. Soften your jaw, soften your face. Nice. Slowly come all the way back. And then from here, pushing once again back into that puppy dog pose. As our transition, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. And so, if I were to say to do one pose to help with your shoulder mobility from yoga for flag, it would be down dog. You can do this. I often joke downward facing dog is an entire yoga class in one move. So as you're here, think about a few things. Picture the thumb and index finger like an L shape pressing into the mat. At the same time, wrap and hug your outer arms in. And then from there, press your arms to open. Drop your head through, soften your chest, and then all the while, you're lifting through your sitting bones. And then from here, breathe. Really breathe into your belly. If you know yoga breathing, you're in and out through your nose, kind of constricting at the throat. This is a great one because we're opening up through the shoulders, but we're also actively strengthening to hold that position. Just for 3 more breaths. Really getting the benefits to open. Drop that chest open and through. Think long, long arms. If you're hypermobile, make sure not to arch, especially your lower back. You're gently hugging, tucking the lower ribs in for a nice, long, neutral spine. All right, guys, bring your left foot to the front of the mat. Drop that right knee to the floor, and then we're just lifting the arms up. Good. And so for today, what we're going to do, we're just going to exhale, drop the arm, and thinking again of that flag position. We're inhaling, lifting, and try to press the back of your hands behind you, pulling the shoulder blades gently down, not forcing them down your back. You're just lifting, opening through the chest. So it's an exhale, drop the arms, inhale, lifting. All the while, we are opening through that right hip flexor, which is so good for your flag. Good. Opening through the arms, long through the back body. Exhale to drop. Last time, inhale, reach. Good. And then we're just going to step it back and through, coming into our flag flow. So you can lower the knees, drop onto your belly. Inhale, lifting through the hip flexors. Exhale, coming into a puppy dog pose instead of a child's pose. Open through the chest. And then downward facing dog. And then from here, right leg lifts. Inhale, bring it all the way through. Drop that left knee to the floor. And inhale, reach up. So you've got the flow of this one. So really wrapping that left hip forward. Feel that opening in the front of the hip. And then we go exhale. Drop the arms. So good for shoulder mobility. Inhale, lift. And when we lift, we're really engaging through the whole back to lift the arms. Exhale, feel the stretch in the left hip. Inhale to reach. We've got 3 more. Exhale, maybe close your eyes, really just find that flow, that rhythm. Inhale, strengthening through the back. Exhale, focus on the hip. Inhale, feel that strength. Exhale, drop it down. Last time to inhale, lift and open through the chest. Good, planting both hands, step it back to plank. And then from here, you can lower either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, half push-up. And then you can take either a cobra or Superman position as we've been doing. Good. And then everyone coming back into that puppy dog pose, this time tenting the fingers and really getting a juicy rock left and right, left and right. I honestly feel like you can't do enough of these. Opening up through the chest. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna come and lie down on our bellies. Now, from here, I often like to use a partner. If you have a partner, then you can go ahead and have them help you to lift your arms, or else you're just gonna let your head drop. This will be more of a strengthening exercise, and we're just gonna inhale, lift the arms, and then exhale, let them drop. So we've got the arms extended out in front, palms down. Inhale to lift, forehead on the mat, exhale to drop. 3 more times, soften your glutes. Inhale, lift just the arms. Exhale to drop, and this will be quite challenging actually. Inhaling, lift. Exhale to drop. Last time, inhale, lifting. Exhale, drop. Great. 2 options for this next one. Option number 1, you're gonna reach around, grab hold of your ankles, and then we're gonna come into a lift. If you can't grab and you can't reach for those ankles, you're just gonna come into a reverse boat position here, tucking the chin, and we're working on that strength, still getting an opening. So you're either here lifting for 3 breaths, or else you can go ahead and flex both feet, and you're lifting. And it should feel really good to open across the front of the chest, those hip flexors. Make sure not to let those knees come too wide, and you're neutral in your head. And then you're really kicking with your own feet if you've got them in your hands. Really lifting open through the front of the hips. 1 more full breath. And then exhale. Slowly release. Come to stack the palms once again. Forehead to the mat. You can bend those knees and let them rock side to side. Side to side. Slowly from here, we're going to push it everyone up and back for our final puppy dog pose, and then our final downward facing dog. Drop into the chest. If you'd like, you can add on now, lifting the chin. Maybe your chest is dropping a little closer. And remember, you can think of hugging the triceps as you drop everything open. And then from here, coming into downward facing dog, plant the palms and find 3 long breaths to ground yourself in. Opening through the chest, soften the head, really finding that length. And then you can rock left and right, getting into the outer hip of each leg. Left and right, really massaging back and forth. Great. From here, slowly, just find your way into a seated position. We will finish here. Just sitting tall to close the clasp, hands resting on the thighs. Close your eyes if they're not already closed. Soften the face. Noticing if you feel any different. Working on our strength, our mobility, our mindset here together. Thank you guys all so much for joining us. We hope that you're enjoying our videos, and especially this video series. If you haven't seen the previous video for riding seat, make sure to check that one out, as well as the remaining videos to come for the rest of the vaulting compulsories. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Mari, thank you so much for an awesome workout.
Thank you guys.
And we will see, make sure to subscribe, and we'll be seeing you guys soon.